guys, it's Meg, and I know it's a long time no speak and I'm sorry for that, but I will go into more detail about why I've been away for so long. But today's video is going to be long, so I just need to cut straight into it. And just a disclaimer at the beginning, I'm in no way bashing the NHS here. I'm not saying that they're rubbish or anything like that. The staff are amazing, the whole thing itself are brilliant. What they do is amazing. This is just my experience of what's going on at the minute. And I know to some people it's not going to be a massive thing, and you'll probably think that I'm being a crybaby or anything like that, or just a drama queen or trying to get a boob job in the NHS, and that's just not right at all. And if you do have any comments, leave them down below, any questions, but if they are negative, just don't even bother watching the video, just click off. There's no need for any negative comments on this at all. So yeah, let's get on with the video. It is fairly obvious, I am a curvy girl, I have got a bigger bust, there's no hiding it, like you can't hide it, it's just a thing. And because I am a taller girl, I am more cautious of this, and it makes me try to stand up even straighter all the time, which is now making my lower spine grind against itself, which is really painful. This is what the whole video is about, really. My spine here, I get pain all across the back, up the top of my spine, or the whole of my spine even, sorry, and across the top, so around here, and I get pain here as well. And also, I don't really know why, but I get really bad leg pain as well, to the point where it will be 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll just wake up bawling my eyes out crying because they're numb. It feels like someone's pulling my joints apart, like it's awful, and I get that from my back as well. Now, this is like the whole journey of what's really been happening recently. I'm a florist, as some of you may know, and you might just think it's like a nice pretty little job to have, and it is a lovely job, I do love my job, but it is more of we have to do heavy lifting, getting all the stuff out the front, it's buckets and pots of water, it's standing up 9 hours a day, in cold conditions as well. Even in the summer it's got to be cold because we've got the flowers in there, which it comes with the job. Like, you know what you're getting yourself into. And when I first started, my back wasn't as bad. It was still bad, but it wasn't as bad. And obviously it doesn't help being in cold conditions all the time and standing up, but it's my job, that's what I do. Around October, September time of last year, I was getting really excruciating back pains. It was a little bit before that, but it wasn't as bad. But that sort of time, it was where I'd get 2 hours sleep a night. Like, it really affected my mental health. It just really was starting to get me down. Like, I just couldn't move properly, I couldn't get out of bed properly in the morning. So I thought, right, I need to go to the doctor. So I went to my doctor, who's also, she has been brilliant through this. There's not a lot she could have done, because it is out of our hands. It wasn't up to us what was going to happen next. So before actually seeing my doctor has a little walk-in centre. So I was in there about two times a week. Going in there, you would just see random like duty team nurses, and each time I was told put heat on it, to lay down, to go for a walk, to put cold on it, just alternate the heat and the cold, which I was doing, and it just wasn't helping. And towards the end, I would be sat in the waiting room just crying because of the pain, and I was just frustrated because no one really knew what was going on, but my doctor was away at the time. So it finally got to the time where I could actually go and see my doctor. So I go in there, she examines everything, and we both agree that a breast reduction is probably the best route for this. I also get booked into physio, which I was doing from about November to now, which is what we in May. So from November to May I've been doing the physio, and even that, it just wasn't working. I'd been in so much pain after actually doing the exercises, and at first I was like, no, that's normal because your body's getting used to it, but it just wouldn't go away. Nothing was helping. I was on painkillers, I was on 30 grams of cocodamol, and nothing was helping. So as I said, me and my doctor both agreed that breast reduction is the best way. And she knew someone who was at my local hospital who was on the breast reduction team, and she said that she'll email everything over, get everything across, and see what can happen. So I don't have any paperwork to show like dates or times of anything because I wasn't given any. It was literally just word of mouth. This is your appointment, this is your time. So I go up to my local hospital, I get some photos taken, which obviously are topless photos, and you have to do like certain positions. They can see your posture, they can see how everything's weighed and the size and everything like that. And then those photos would get sent to the finance team up the hospital. And I'm not 100% sure if they go actually in the hospital, if they get sent off. I wasn't made aware of what was the actual situation there. All I got told was they'll be sent to a finance team to see if I can get funding for the surgery. Now for years I have wanted a breast reduction. I've always wanted one, but the price of it is just not realistic for me. I've looked online at companies that can pay monthly, but it's still like £300 a month, and at the minute I'm not even making that sort of money. Like, it's like with my outgoings, I don't have £300 a month to save. And at the minute my hours have been cut down at work because my back is so bad I can't do the work to my best of ability, which is fine, but it's very hard. But I don't have £300 to put away each month to go on a surgery. Like, it's just not realistic for me at the minute. And yes, I can go out and get another job, but it's so hard because I'm applying all the time. Certain jobs I can't do because I am in pain. Like, I don't think people can understand the pain I'm actually in unless you're actually in it yourself. So once the photos have been taken, I got told that once we knew if I could get the funding, my doctor would call me and we'd get everything set. But she was pretty sure that we could get the surgery. So months went by and I didn't hear anything at this point, and I was getting upset. I was in bed on my days off, just in pain. I didn't want to move, I couldn't go out. I feel uncomfortable going out with friends because I hate the way I look. I didn't hear anything back and I didn't know how long it would roughly take. I just thought it would take a month or so, so I did wait the time. I waited it out to see if there was a problem or just see if they were still going through everything, because obviously I know that for some people this isn't a major case, but to me it is. I'm in bed on my days off, I'm in pain, I don't sleep, I get about 4 hours a night if I'm lucky. It just gets me down. And as some of you may know, you've seen my past video on mental health and I do talk about it quite a lot, but it is starting to affect my mental health quite a bit. I'm just getting very frustrated with the whole thing, like with the pain that I'm in constantly, the lack of sleep I'm getting, the fact I can't just work a normal job. And I don't know, disrespect to anyone who's on benefits, but I don't want to be on benefits. I feel like I am capable of working, but my body's telling me I'm not, and I don't want to claim, because I am getting some sort of an income with the hours that I'm doing at the minute, so I'm trying my best just to try and spread that out as much as I can. But when you're in bed crying constantly, or I'll be at my boyfriend's house and all of a sudden I'll just feel this weight of depression and sadness because I've moved a certain way, my back is jarred and I can't move, or I get full body spasms, or just anything, and I'm just fed up of crying all the time because there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can physically do to change this. I've tried different bras, I've tried not wearing bras, which made me feel like shit, because not only are they big, but now they're saggy because of the weight, and I don't feel like a normal 20-year-old girl. I don't feel like I can go out with friends and wear a nice dress or wear a nice top, or I don't feel like I can go out and do different activities like water sports and just anything. I just feel trapped in my own body, and it's the worst feeling ever because the one thing you're relying on has just been taken away from you. And people will probably just look at this and think, oh, it's just boobs, but it's not. It's taking over my whole life. So because I didn't hear back from my doctor, I got in contact with the head person at the hospital, like the top man you can get in touch with, and I didn't think I'd hear anything back. I just thought I might as well give it a try, and I sent him an email telling him my story, and the next day I got a reply back saying that they were heartbroken of what was happening and they'll try and get to the bottom of it and all this, and they were very helpful. The team who were working on trying to find out were really helpful. As time went on, it wasn't looking any better. They had no records of me actually being sent up there. They only had that I had been taking photos, not that I was actually being like put in for the breast reduction sort of thing. And I said to them that the photos got sent to a finance team, but they weren't sure what was happening and that I had to get in touch with my doctor. So I called my doctor again, and she wasn't in, so I got put through to this doctor I've never spoken to before. I don't know her name. She was lovely, but it it did get my back up a little bit that I was talking to someone who I had no idea who this person was, but like I said, she was very nice. So, but in the end, she said to me that I'm very sorry, but you've been rejected for your surgery. We don't know why. You don't fit the criteria, but they didn't say anything else. And I was like, right, okay. And my whole world had been crashed down because for about 7 months, I've been waiting for this news that everyone was so hopeful for that I would have, just to be told, oh no, sorry, but we don't know why. So there's nothing I can do. There's nothing that could help my situation. I wanted to appeal, but I didn't know how to appeal. I don't think they realised how much this is affecting me. So I just started breaking down crying on the phone to this doctor, and she said that the only thing I can do is get your doctor to speak to you, and that was in 2 weeks' time when she's back. So I was waiting the 2 weeks, really, really down. I just lost all hope, really. And people say, oh, just try and forget about it, but you can't forget about something that's constantly there. You can't forget about being in pain 24/7. It's something that you can't forget about. You can't just say, oh, I'll be fine later, because it's not. Nothing is going to change unless these change. So when my doctor called me, she was very apologetic, but like I said, it's nothing that she could have done. We've sent everything we could have sent. She sent a letter. The man who does my physio, he sent a letter as well explaining, and they just didn't really give a reason. Or if they did, I don't know about it. I haven't been told a reason. I just apparently didn't fit the criteria, which I don't even know what the criteria is because no one's told me. And I was just very, very disheartened. I was either told, again by the doctor, that I could either forget about the pain, try and move on, try and find a supportive bra, or pay for the surgery myself, which I was a little bit annoyed about because when I first went to her, we did talk about obviously having the surgery because that's the whole reason why I got referred. But she did say to me, can you pay for the surgery? And I said, I'm 20 years old, I'm on 2 days a week working, minimum wage. And I just said, no, I can't afford it. I'm paying rent where I live. I have to buy all my own food, which is fine. But so I'm paying rent, food, phone, just travel, everything. And on that small amount of a wage, it just isn't, I just can't do that. There's nothing I can do. I don't have any family or friends I can turn to ask for money. Sorry. I don't have any friends or family I can turn to ask for money because a surgery like that is a lot of money, and it's just a lot to ask for someone. And I've had people say, why don't you take out a bank loan? But I don't want to take out a bank loan for £8,000 if I can't even afford to pay the monthly fees back. And like I said, I don't want to go on sick benefit because I just don't want to do that. And it might come to the point where I have to eventually do that, but at the minute I don't want to have to claim. So oh, sorry. So yeah, at the minute I kind of have to leave this video on a bit of a cliffhanger because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what other options I have. I've started up a GoFundMe page, which I was very hesitant about doing at first because I don't feel like it's no one else's fault that this has happened. It's just one of those things that I've just been born with. It's no matter how much weight I gain or lose, they don't change size. It's just, they're just there. So yeah, like I said, sorry, I started a GoFundMe page, which I didn't really want to do, but it was really weird. A very good friend of mine, she messaged me because she saw a blog post that I did about the whole situation, which I'll link down below if you want a few more like factual details. But she messaged me saying she read the blog and that she thinks it'd be a good idea if I started the page, and I wasn't too sure. But not even 5 minutes after that, I got a phone call from my godparents who said about me starting a page, and I hadn't even said to anyone else. She's literally just said to me about it. And they said that if I did, they'd put a first bit of money in it, which I'm so grateful for. So I've started the GoFundMe page. I'll leave it down below. Obviously, I don't expect anyone to put any money in. Like, I feel bad about having the page up anyway. Like, everyone's telling me I shouldn't feel bad, but I don't know. I just feel really trapped and stuck at the minute, and I didn't want this video to be depressing or anything like that. It's literally just this is just what's happening at the minute, and I thought I'd give you an update because I have got a lot of people asking all the time, and which I am grateful for, and it is just a very hard subject for me to keep bringing up all the time. So, but it has to be done because otherwise nothing is going to get done. So yeah, I kind of leave this video on a cliffhanger because I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know if they'll ever get sorted, or if it will take 5 or 10 years from now, or if this video will just bring me luck somehow. I don't really know. I've got another scar that's actually underneath the bust, and that's from another bra about 4 years ago that it just rubbed so much that it just made this massive cut, and it just didn't heal properly because, again, my breasts are quite saggy now because of the weight, and I suppose the rubbing on it just didn't let it heal properly. And I've got another scar right next to it from a different bra about 2 years ago. I get these sort of marks all the time, and I know a lot of girls get these marks, but I've had this bra on for, well, I've been recording for 23 minutes and I put it on about 2 minutes before I filmed this, so about 25 minutes it's made that mark. I don't know if I can show you underneath. And again, only 25 minutes and it's already made a massive mark. This is the size at the minute of what I'm dealing with. Obviously, they are in a bra, so they are very secure at the minute. So for a measurement at the minute, you've got 1 hand, 2, 3, 4, about 5 hands worth. About 5 hands worth. They are very weighty and obviously very big. When I went in to get fitted, I was wearing an F, but it was quite a very odd bra, very minimal wiring, so it did fit a bit. It just wasn't secure at all. So I tried another F on, that was no way fitting. I tried a double F, didn't come nowhere near, and I tried on the G, which I'm wearing a G now, but it still does feel pretty tight around the side. You still get like the bulging from the top. So I do think I probably could do with the bigger one, but I don't know. Also, having to spend about £50 a time when you're getting bras, it's not realistic for me. I can't spend that sort of money each time just to try and find a bra that is going to fit me or may not fit me. It just is getting frustrating. So, like I said, I will keep you updated. So I am having a bit of a channel makeover. I'm not sure if I'm keeping this channel. I'll still have it up, but I don't know if I'm going to upload all the time because I'm making a new channel with my boyfriend. More information will come about that soon, nearer the time. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. And like I said, if you've got anything negative to say, just don't say it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth my time. Like, I'm down enough as it is. I don't need hate. This obviously is a very hard subject for me, and it's just not worth having all these negative comments all the time because I'm just going to delete it anyway. So please, just, if you're going to comment something, just please comment something supportive, or just any advice you may have, if there's any bra companies that I could try out or anything. I'm going to try Pilates, see if that helps my back. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Sorry I cried, I don't think I've ever cried in a video. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you did like this video, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up just to let me know if you did like it. I'll also leave my email down below that if there's anything you want to say privately, or if you just need a chat, or if you had any advice from me, just please email me. I'll get back to you almost straight away. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hey guys, just a little add on at the end. I am editing the video now, and I forgot to add something quite important in there that has been happening quite a lot, which I think is disgusting. But it's also how boys feel like, well, not all boys, men, some men, not everyone, obviously, but it just winds me up how some people think that they can say whatever they want to you just because you have got a bigger bust. And it's not like I have them out on display all the time. I try to cover them up as much as I can, but it is hard because I can't strap them down more than I already do. And it winds me up because I get messages from boys saying what they want to do to me, or just making comments, or even when I'm out in public. That's why I don't go out clubbing anymore. And if I do go out drinking, I have my boyfriend there because I feel safe when I'm with him. But it's just like, I don't know how to put it into words, but it just angers me because just because you have a bigger bust, which some girls would love it, like some girls always, like, boob job is one of the most like popular surgeries there is. But when you don't want them, and it is like the burden of your life at the minute, it just annoys me when you just get all these comments from different boys thinking they can say whatever they want to you just because you have a larger bust, and they feel like it's on display and that you owe them a comment or anything like that. And it just, yeah, like I said, I just find it so bizarre that people think that they can talk to you a certain way just because of the way you look. Like, I'm not offering it out on display, and even if I was, which I'm not, but even if someone was offering it out on display, because, I don't know, because they liked their busts, I'd love to love the way I looked. And if I did, then you'd want to wear whatever you wanted to, but I can't wear whatever I want. And when I actually go out, it takes me a lot to find something that I like to wear because of them, and so they're not on fully display. So when, oh sorry, just got my finger in there. Yeah, so when you do find an outfit that you do find like comfortable in, it really does knock your confidence when a boy just makes a disgusting comment. So yeah, I'm sorry that's just random, but I was just editing the video, obviously I just said. But yeah, I just couldn't believe I forgot to I left out this one major point. But also one thing that I wanted to say was it actually like saddens me seeing the video, because obviously this is my life at the minute, but looking at myself now, like, I've got bags under my eyes, I look drained, I just don't look all there, like, I just look like my mind is wandering constantly. And looking back at my old videos, I look like two completely different people, and it has made me really aware that I need to start working on myself again. I need to start working on my mental health, and I thought that I was doing okay, but I am doing okay. Like, I feel fine. Obviously I'm not fine, like, I feel okay. Like, I don't feel like mega depressed or down like I was before. I don't feel anything like that. I just mean that I need to work on sorting out my thoughts, maybe meditation, or like I said, I'm going to try Pilates, but sorting something out, because looking at myself there is not like I'm looking at myself, it's like I'm just looking at someone else, and it did sadden me a bit. But yeah, please don't worry about me if you are. I am okay, things are getting sorted, I am having good times, like, that aren't to do with this, like, personal life is great, relationship, best ever been. It's just this is the one thing that is holding me back a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to put this little video in right at the end because, like I said, I missed out the main points to myself, and I just want to put that little thing out there. Please don't worry about me. I am okay. I just want to get this sorted. So again, thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you share. Thank you. Bye.